Gas could start getting more expensive again. OPEC plans to slash oil production by 2 million barrels a day starting in November. It's the biggest cut since the start of the pandemic. Today's news came after the group of major oil producers, which includes Saudi Arabia and Russia, met for the first time in person since March of 2020. They pointed to uncertainty that surrounds the global economic and oil market outlooks. That's the quote. Well, the White House calls it short-sighted. You might have already noticed gas prices on the rise around the metro. Nebraska's average has gone up to $3.61, and Omaha's average is up slightly at $3.54. Rising gas prices won't just affect how much it takes to fill up our cars, but services could also become more expensive. 3 News Now reporter Alyssa Curtis spoke with a local business owner about how they're dealing with fluctuating gas prices.
It's a non-negotiable, so we have to pay for fuel and get it.
That non-negotiable for Kanger lawns is becoming more expensive, then less expensive, and now more expensive once again. The price at the pump has been fluctuating over the past few months, and don't be surprised if it rises once again in the upcoming weeks. We dug a little deeper into changing prices in Omaha. The current average price per gallon is $3.54. Last week it was $3.60. Last month $3.41, and this time last year $2.98.
This year alone so far we've had about $12,000 in fuel that we've spent so far. So this same year, the same amount of usage last year with those prices, we would have spent half as much in fuel, had $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 more in our pocket to have better equipment, service customers a little bit better.
The company sets their prices at the beginning of the year, trying to factor in fuel prices, but they've had to offset some of those unexpected costs onto customers.
We have lost customers to price increases. Certainly fuel has shrunk our bottom line, and me as the business owner, I have to balance and decide, do we take that hit short term, hoping gas prices will come down? Do I need to risk maybe rocking the boat with customers by a price increase to make sure we are profitable with the ones we have?
Kanger isn't alone.
You gotta pay it, and something's gonna have to come off the top. I'm gonna do without something in order to pay for the extra in gas.
But for some, even without a business, gas is also a non-negotiable.
Well, of course it annoys you. It's just life. You kind of just roll with the punches. Not everybody can just stop driving, so just gotta get around.
While usually prices decrease during winter, Kanger isn't too sure about that this year.
We still use a lot of gasoline for snow removal. It's in the snow blowers that are clearing people's driveways. It's in the truck that we may be using to either clear residential driveways or commercial properties. So it's a direct factor.
And usually with less customers in the winter, tough decisions may be made once again. In Omaha, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.
Well, gas prices were raised a little over the past few days to brace for today's news from OPEC.